Gone mild to a principal had gone wild. Was she wrong to pull the song? My question was really just a formality, folks. Yep, a Brooklyn elementary school principal, is there any other kind, has refused to let kindergartners sing God Bless the USA at their graduation, angering parents and other people who love this great country. Teachers at the school, which has many immigrant students, say that Greta Hawkins told them to drop the ditty from the ceremony because, quote, we don't want to offend other cultures. Says one mom, quote, a lot of people fought to move to America to live freely, so that song should be sung with a whole lot of pride. Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree, lady. Meanwhile, Bieber's song Baby was deemed acceptable, along with something called The World is a Rainbow, which celebrates diversity. Anyway, on Monday, school cafeteria workers went about their businesses preparing lunch for the day. Oh, what that was, actually. Whatever it was green and was probably once alive, not anymore. Dan, principal sounds like a real winner.
She obviously is one of the greatest patriots I've ever met in my life. Fact of the matter is, if you don't like that song, you're a terrorist. Yeah. That's how I root people out. You know my militia group. Yeah. We start our calisthenics every morning to that song.
That's true. That's
especially in the cold, brittle West Virginia mountain air.
That's true. It gets the blood flowing. Jonathan, you were saying, because you are a foreigner from that other place where they have royalty, that you find the song so offensive, and you agree with the principal. You were saying that, weren't you?
No, I was not. I was saying it's a wonderful song. It's gloriously cheesy in its lyrics, but what nationalistic song isn't? Yeah. God Save Our Gracious Queen, come on. The Marseillaise, all of them. This is an interesting point about patriotism, because patriotism is viewed as corny, but men are happy to immerse themselves in pop culture. Like, I spent a half an hour today reading Mad Men plot points and getting interested in it because I didn't understand last night because I was drunk when I was watching it. That's okay, but being sentimental about your country is somehow embarrassing.
Go ahead.
Did I make a point?
No,
no, but it was fascinating.
What?
No, what I'm saying is it's people are more interested in importing their emotions into something meaningless than to something meaningful.
Yeah.
No.
I get it. No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right, let me clarify.
No, can I clarify what you're talking about?
Yeah.
This song is really terrible, and I know I hate America, and I was a member of a Maoist sect in the 70s. So, I mean, that stuff aside, the point here I don't think is about the song. It's about this horrifying principal who should be sent to Guantanamo, which I believe is a little island in a part of Cuba or something. But this is the preemptive, this is a very 1990s thing, the preemptive offense. Nobody's been offended by this song.
Yeah.
Everybody's fine, but it might offend people because there are immigrants here. Yeah. And this is like some sort of, lefty kind of woman who says that, if they're going to hear this, they're all going to get really angry because they want to hear some song about, Ireland.
Yeah,
I think they're all Irish immigrants.
Yeah, this is the point that I don't get, Nicole. Who would be surprised to hear a pro-American song in America? How would that be offensive?
Right. This is great. This is the great country, and the immigrants who come here love that song. They come here because they love America. The people who don't like that song, they probably want to kill us anyway. So, last time they performed that song at that school, they got a nice standing ovation. Last time the song was performed at the school, they got a standing ovation. So, you know what? I'm all for the patriotic songs. And they have meaning.
If America has one thing to be ashamed of, it is Justin Bieber himself, isn't it?
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Don't you put that on us. We don't have that blood on our hands.
I did not know.
We did not know. He got into a loophole in NATO.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
NAFTA.
No, it's NATO, actually.
Oh, my God.
I think it is NATO.
It is NATO.
Or it could be NAFTA.
I don't know.
You know what I love about our show? I love that we're operating at about 8% fact today.
Yeah,
usually we try to get up around 30.
Facts are overrated.
Yeah. But okay, there's another fact that we've overlooked. Graduation at kindergarten? Was that what I heard? That they were keeping it from it being sung by kindergartners at graduation.
That's right. It was kindergarten graduation, but they prepared for months.
Yes.
You know how long it takes a kindergartner to learn those words?
Tell me about it.
That's the whole big hoopla of the whole kindergarten graduation.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. And also, I love the thing is there was one song that was allowed was "The World Is a Rainbow," which is factually incorrect. What are you telling kids that the world is a rainbow for?
It's
not. A rainbow. What is a rainbow? It's a collection of colors. happens after it rains.
Yep, that's right. That's totally right. And you know what? The world is not that.
Yeah, the world.
So, I mean,
exactly.
I think you're right,
exactly.
And Justin Bieber's song was allowed.
Yeah.
Like, girl, are we an item now? That's good for kindergartners.
Yeah. You know what it is? It wasn't about other cultures being offended. It was about her being offended.
Yeah.
She's done this before.
There was a quote from from her in the New York Post story, which is a fine newspaper.
It is owned by our parent company.
Yes.
Totally awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And she was reprimanded in 2010 by the Department of Education for saying that the school that she worked at was racist.
Yeah.
And then she followed that by saying, "I'm black. Your previous principal was white and Jewish. More of us are coming." Which I don't know what that means. Is it like the cavalry of like multicultural? Very confusing.
But I can understand why she would think they're racist.
Very sensible.
Yes.
She seems like a very sensible woman.
Why are they being so cruel to these kindergartners? This is just their day to blow off some steam after a tough year.
Yeah.
Playing with bricks and eating glue.
Yeah, that's true. That's
just
true.
let them have their day.
That is true. That is
the Lee
true.
Greenwood song.
All right. From a stupid band to the Ku Klux Klan. Should those full of hate clean the interstate? Well, the KKK, if that's their real name, wants to take part in the Georgia's Adopt a Highway program. A dumb idea, by the way. How can you adopt a highway? Anyway, and they're going to sponsor a 1-mile stretch of road, which could force a legal battle with state officials who don't really want their help. Not to mention, most important, a roadside sign announcing it. Klansman Harley Hansen, that's his real name, the Georgia group's Exalted Cyclops, says they just want to clean up the road. Quote, "We're not doing this for a membership drive, of course not. We've got all the members we want. Yeah. It's a very secluded type of road, and it gives our members something to do." That's a good point. I'd rather have them do that. But one lawmaker argues it should be denied, just as we would deny the request from any other hate group. For more, we check in with our racism correspondent, Lazy Carl. This is why we miss all the scoops. We could have heard about this story a couple of weeks ago, but Lazy Carl couldn't roll over. And when he does roll over, he ends up smothering one of his kids.
Looks like an overfull tick.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know what that was, but he's lazy. Nicole, what do you make of this? Should the KKK, I mean, is picking up litter a privilege?
Pick up the litter, leave the sign. You know, just be anonymous. It's a very classy thing to do.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, really, Jonathan, is about the sign. And Missouri, I guess, lost a similar case with the Klan back in 2000. What do you think? Should they have the sign?
Well, what I want to know from them first is, Mr. KKK, Mr. Exalted Cyclops, when you say you want to clean up the highway, what exactly do you mean? And also, are they going to do it in the white robes and pointy hats?
They should.
If so, distracted drivers plow straight into them, problem solved.
Exactly. No, I think if they're going to do it, they have to be in the uniform, Dan, which you happen to own. What is it?
Several different variations. I have a summer version.
Yes.
Sleeveless.
Yeah, and actually, it's a thigh length one.
Yeah, it is. And then I have a nice winter one that's extra padded.
I love your Exalted Cyclops shorty robe.
It is pretty, well, you know, an Exalted Cyclops, that's nothing to scoff at.
Yes, it's not at all.
That is a man that's fought through a lot. He only has one eye.
Exactly. You got one eye.
I don't know why they're adopting highways. Why don't they try to re-help what they've done, the damage they've already done? Why don't they plant trees?
Good point.
How about that?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Thank you. That's what I'm doing today.
No, really?
No facts and good points.
Michael, here's the thing. You're a libertarian.
Yes.
Is this protected under free speech? Or is there a way that the state could find another angle by saying, like, they incite? Like, what if they said that this group incites violence so they can't? Because
they would have to prove that these particular guys were inciting violence. What's his name? Harley Hansen?
Harley Hansen.
Yeah, I didn't guess that he was going to be a racist.
You know what? There's probably somebody at home named Harley Hansen who's very upset.
There's another Harley Hansen.
Apologize.
NAACP. I apologize to you on the TV right now. But, you know, it is protected. The Missouri case, which I believe was in 2000, allowed this as protected speech. I mean, look, these guys are obviously complete heads.
Yeah.
But they are entitled to do that and put their stupid name of their stupid racist fascist group on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
And the court has decided that. So.
Yeah, and they said they're not against any other race. It's just that they think their race is the best.
That's
awesome.
always been
That's always the first sign that you're a huge racist.
By the way, Harley has left you 40 messages to upstairs.
Exactly. Oh, I used to be a big fan of Red Eye, but now you've outed me. Here's the other thing, the big lie about about the KKK having members. When I lived in Eastern PA, they used to try to organize a thing in a small town in Mayes, Pennsylvania. One person would show up. Yeah. One, and then there would be 20 cops. One. The guy would be sending out notices to himself. They're just I haven't
heard about the KKK in ages, since like movies from before I was born.
Yeah, coming.
Don't look at my white jacket.
Yeah, coming. Yeah, you wore that on purpose, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so she has the hood tucked in underneath. All right, I'm kidding. She's not really a racist, or is she? We'll never really know until she comes clean on her blog, whyimnotaracist.org. Get started on that, Nicole. All right, coming up, stories so delicious that if they were kittens, you'd say they were delicious kittens, and then you'd eat them because they're delicious. Really? Are high school students hooked on Adderall? Yes. Well, we don't have to do that story now.